So hello everyone, good day. I am Mabel Birat from Basic English 2A, and I will be sharing with you on how the earthquakes and Bagyong Tino affect us, our families, and friends. So let me begin with the first calamity that we felt before the Bagyong Tino, which was the earthquake. On the 13th of September 2025, in the evening, we were struck by a 6.9 magnitude earthquake whose epicenter was in Bugu City, where there was so much impact and lives were ended. So when that earthquake happened, it was a good thing that I was at our house and my father and siblings were home at that time. But my mother was on duty for his night shift of her work. So when the earthquake strikes, the first thing that I do in that time would be to calm down, even if the earthquake is very strong and my heart is full of panic. I have my little siblings at home, but they sleep in our rooms and I am in our house during that time, and also our father when the first quake happened. So but because of the strong first but because of the first strong earthquake and because I am a little bit panicked, I called my father to go upstairs to go and see my little siblings so that if they will wake up, they will not be scared of the earthquake. While I sit still in our chair and pray for the safety of my mother and others and in their places. So the first earthquake had been done. The very first thing that I do on my family at home would do was to message my mother and my other families at their places to see if they are okay. Because that was the first time we encountered that big earthquake. So, and the moment we opened our phones, there was a big highlight of the news where there was a big earthquake happening. So, at the moment we opened our phones, there was a big highlight of the news where there was a big earthquake again happened at 3 a.m., the final earthquake. And because we are not fully calm yet in the first earthquake, we are scared again of what may happen or what damages happened when there is a lot more to go. And because we are still a bit scared, my family and I at our house are still not sleeping, except for our little siblings. Good thing our families at their places and my mother in her work are all safe. After the big earthquake happened in September, the news spread like a fire. Then there are two typhoons coming to the Philippines again. But the big difference between the two calamities that we experienced was that this was already prepared or updated. This was already updated by the news, while the earthquake was not. So because of the news, my family was already prepared for the upcoming typhoon, even if we felt a little bit scared again of what will happen due to the typhoon, especially since before our house was a river. That time, we were already asleep when the typhoon landed in the Philippines or in the Cebu. But because of the hard impact of the air, one of our roofs was harshly flying outside. With that, we evacuated with our neighborhood. just when the typhoon ended. Gladly, my family and my family was safe and sound. But in the morning after the typhoon, we were shocked to see that our river was in the bottom of the house we stayed in, or specifically in our neighborhood house. We are not expecting to end like that due to the damage. Our bridge was washed out. The hose of our water and the electric wire, we have none, especially internet. But as long as our family was complete, there was nothing to be afraid of. During that time, it was hard for us to find a battery in our cell phone just to provide a flashlight in our house every day. We didn't have internet to keep updated with our families in their places, in our personal work, and our schools. But the good thing, we have the water. We have a so-called poso where we can get water in it. The big challenges for us during the calamities was that it was hard when there was something big to happen, just like an earthquake. There was no warning sign. It was sudden and not prepared, and so many lives were ended. Well, the typhoon was something to be prepared of because of the sudden high of the water in the river. Again, there is so many lives ended that time. But we are blessed and glad that amidst what happened, our families and loved ones were safe and sound. Though it was difficult to adjust when there was no water, electricity, signal, we survived, and most especially, we are super healthy with no wounds or injuries. And I would say that no matter what happens, protect your family and your loved ones. Don't panic and pray all the time. It will protect you because we believe that it will pray because we believe that pray will protect you and your family in all things. So that's all, everyone, for my presented video during um, calamities. How are we coping up, and what are the difficulties we experience? So, once again, I am Abel Girat from BSF English 2A, and thank you.